Hey guys, welcome back. In the previous chapter, we learned what is machine learning, what are the input data that we supply to it, and how do we use that input data to supply to some sort of an algorithm that goes through the data and either produces a pattern or categorizes into certain categories. Please remember this very simple framework throughout. That is, you have input data supplied to an algorithm, and the algorithm basically outputs a predicted value or a pattern. Now, this is a very high level 50,000 view of what is machine learning. Now, in this lecture, we are going to look at how to set up some tools that help you run some machine learning algorithms. We will be using Python, and in Python, we will be using a statistical package called Scikit-learn. All right, so what is Python? Python is simply a programming language, right? So you must have heard about programming languages like Java, C#, and others. Now, Python is simply another programming language that is very simple to learn and has very readable and clean syntax. Now, believe me, if you're new to Python, you will enjoy learning this particular programming language. Now, let me be very clear that the goal of this course is not to learn Python from scratch. Right, I will provide you with some resources that you can use to get acquainted with Python. I will make every attempt to explain the context as and when we go through this course. So if I use a particular keyword or a particular line of code in Python for data modeling and machine learning, I will try to explain what those objects and all those keywords stand for. Now, if you're completely new to programming, you might find some of the concepts a bit overwhelming. Now, if that happens, I would suggest you to hang in there and keep web searching or reading the materials on Python that I will be providing. Now, since this is not a Python specific course, you are expected to do some additional reading. If some of the syntax in Python or concepts are not clear to you, please pause the video and definitely read up or ask your questions in the forums. All right. So when you work with programming languages like Java or C#, you have also heard about tools like, say, Eclipse, NetBeans, Visual Studio. Now, these are all called as integrated development environments or IDEs. Now, these things in a lot of ways make your programming very, very easy. Similarly, Python also has many tools. Now, we will be using some of them as and when we move further along the course. We will be using the Anaconda distribution of Python. I will be showing you how to set up that environment, and also I'll be showing you how to write your first line of code. Now, what is Scikit-learn? Right. So Scikit-learn is a package or a library for Python which helps you to clean up the inputs and helps you supply them to the algorithm. In short, the statistical package, also called as Scikit-learn, helps you design machine learning models very easily without writing too much code. Now, I have given some documentation as well. I would recommend you to just skim through these materials so that you are actually aware of what we are talking about. So we'll definitely go through things like NumPy arrays and all those things, but definitely just to get acquainted with this, have a glance through this and look at the documentation as well so that you know what we are talking about. Now, I will also show you how to install this whole Scikit-learn packages or library and write your first line of code. After you have set up all your environments correctly, we can then look at what are the different algorithms or machine learning algorithms available and what are the ways in which you can clean up your inputs and then apply machine learning concepts or techniques in order to model the data. In order to go ahead and get started, I would say definitely download the Anaconda distribution. So I've given the link. And definitely go ahead and install it. It's pretty straightforward. Exe, just keep clicking next and install it. So that in the next lecture I can kind of walk you through some of the basic syntax, some of the basic code that you can start writing. So we are pretty much there in order to start our whole journey and start writing some amount of code. So Go ahead and install this, and I'm sure you'll enjoy the remaining part of the course as well. Thank you.